Your enemies even think you are attractive. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, your enemies even think you are attractive. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, my opposition think I'm all that. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say my opposition think I'm all that. Family, whenever you are out and about, whether you're going to the grocery store, the gym, church, whatever your out and about looks like, right? And you see an enemy, do they still give you some form of a compliment? Drop in the comments and let me know, right? Whenever you walk in a room, do you feel the tension between the people who don't like you, yet they still smile at you? Drop in the comments and let me know, yeah or nay. And do you feel whenever you are out and about once again and you see some people who you know been talking about you, you see some people who you know done slandered your name, you see some individuals who you know not rocking with you on that level, but they still be looking at you like a snack? Drop in the comments and let me know, yay or nay. See, what I'm trying to get y'all to understand is that even your opposition think you all that. Yeah. See, in the streets, y'all, they got something called the ops. And one of the hidden rules, or one of the rules that you should never breach as a significant other, is to mess with your ops. All right? That's whether you're having sex with them, whether you're talking to them, whether you are putting them up on game about your significant other, the opposite side, whatever the case is, you don't supposed to have no dealings with your ops, especially as a significant other. All right? The parallel that I will draw with corporate America is, let's just say you're working with this company, all right? And your company have competitive companies. You get where I'm going with this. If you work at the company that is competing with your company, well, what you can assure is that, number one, you'll never be hired again. But number two, you can also see how that hateful dynamic can form, right? Out of all the jobs you went to my competitors. Out of all the jobs you went to my competitors. You get what I'm saying? They are considered the opposition. All right. And so what made you attractive to the other job was the fact that you was at their competitor's company. So it's almost like you are a trophy. Okay, it's almost like you are a trophy. And so when I say that, y'all, you have to understand that majority, not all, majority, okay, of individuals who's on the opposite side, or who's considered to be the opposition, they have malicious, negative, or bad intentions when it comes to thinking that you are attractive. You're my enemy. Why do you feel like I'm attractive? You're my enemy. Why do you think I'm all of a sudden intelligent, smart? You're my enemy. Why is it that you want my attention now? Oh, you're trying to make somebody jealous. You're trying to make somebody envious. You're trying to prove a point to somebody. I would not be the point that you prove to somebody. Yeah, I won't be that point. You're gonna have to find some other food, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, find some other food. Okay? Does that make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. But yeah, fam, your enemies even think you are attractive. But this also goes to show you that you are bad. Watch your mouth. All right. But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get directly into this. But first thing is first, y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. What's going on, fam? How y'all doing? What y'all ate today? I'm all in your business as always. For me, y'all, today has been a blessed day, literally. I had to get that word in. You know, before I pour into the fam, y'all, I got to allow God to pour into me. That's the only way these videos can keep going, y'all. But outside of that, fam, what I had to eat today, I had some sarku, the legendary sarku, y'all. I had some chicken teriyaki with fried rice and vegetables, okay? Y'all drop in the comments. Let me know what y'all ate, how y'all day been going, how your summer been going, all that jazz, all right? But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get directly into this, all right? Your enemies even think you are attractive. Number one, distance breeds desire, okay? Distance breeds desire. Y'all know the saying. A person can be too close to your light, all right? And so what happens when they are too close to your light? You tend to blind them and they tend to undervalue it. They tend to underappreciate it. Y'all know how it goes. But see, they tend to worship, praise, celebrate, clap for the celebrity who's 200, 300 miles away. They tend to worship, praise, clap, celebrate the influencer who's on social media in China somewhere versus their loved one who's trying to do the same thing. All right. But don't it seem like people begin to appreciate you more when you gain your space? Don't it seem like people begin to respect you more when you gain your space? Don't it seem like people begin to see who you really are, right? I'm talking about the kind you, the loving you, the talented you, the gifted you, the moment you separate yourself. But as long as you was up under them, that light was going to keep blinding them. Therefore, they were never going to be able to see you for who you really was. Does that make sense, y'all? You know, if you take a million women, and I'm not saying this from a homosexual perspective, right? I know that women admire other women. I want to make sure I make that disclosure. But you take a million women who thinks Beyonce is beautiful, right? A million women who thinks that Beyonce is beautiful. The reason why they feel that way, I'm betting almost all my money in my bank account on that, is because they're not so close to her. So it's from a admiration perspective, an admiration level, because she's far away. So I can appreciate the light that you bring. I can appreciate your beauty. I can appreciate how well you sing. You take half, 500,000 of those women, you're going to start seeing who's jealous, who's envious. You're going to start seeing who's insecure, who really never meant that she was beautiful. They just love to see it on television. They just love to see it on social media. Why? Because that distance breeded the desire. But once all that is right there in your presence, you're going to expose half of them. Now, I'm not saying this is all, but I'm saying that a lot of times, y'all, the only reason people desire you is because of your distance. The moment they get their hands on you, the moment they get you in their possession, the moment you give them attention, it's the moment they switch up. If this has happened to you, drop in the comments and let me know, y'all, all right? But anyway, y'all, that's number one. Distance breeds desire. Number two, the enemy to lovers dynamic. All right, the enemy to lovers dynamic. Now, this is going to be the most genuine point. Like I told y'all earlier, this is not all, y'all. It's just majority. But I'm not going to lie to you. There's a percentage to people who, or a percentage of people who started off disliking you, hating you, whatever the case was, but they genuinely grew a heart for you. They genuinely grew eyes for you. They genuinely and sincerely was like, yo, no, this person is a dope person. You follow what I'm saying? These are the outliers. Don't depend on everybody to be like this, but they do exist, so we got to speak about it. Anyway, y'all, there's a movie called Ice Age. It's an animation movie. It came out, I believe, around 2005, 2007, something like that, early 2000s, okay? The movie is basically about these animals who basically have different walks of life. You got a tiger or a lion, I believe. You got a mammoth. You have a sloth, I think, and some other animal, something like that. But anyway, they were all living their own lives, but they had to come together to kind of save this baby. I forgot. It was a human baby that they were protecting. Diego, who was the lion, wanted to bring it back to his tribe so he can eat it, or bring it back to his pride so he can eat it. Okay, and so what happened is he started actually growing a heart for the baby. He started actually growing feelings for the baby. You get what I'm saying? Now, although this is not on a romantic level, this can go for anything, y'all. A friendship, family, strangers, whoever, all right? A social media crush, whoever. You can start off disliking a person, hating a person, envying a person, but when you actually get to know the person, you're like, nah, man, them feelings gone. This is almost like the enemy to lovers dynamic, all right? And those are the same feelings that Diego, the lion from, or tiger from Ice Age, he began to harbor those, genuine feelings about the baby. He's seen the baby smile. He started protecting the baby. He's seen how pure the baby was. Therefore, those evil intentions that he had initially just ran away. It went away because love is stronger than hate. Love conquers hate. Remember that, y'all. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Love conquers hate. Always. But this is number two, the enemy to lovers dynamic. That's why your enemies even think you are attractive. Okay. Number 3, it's gonna be this right here, fam. Your confidence motivates them. All right. Your confidence motivates them. You got to keep this in mind, y'all. Your enemies feed off of fear, failure, and feelings. Okay. Fear, failure, and feelings. And so when you have confidence through their BS, when you have confidence through hostile environments, when you have confidence through the traps they set for you, when you keep that confidence, it turns into admiration from them. They start admiring you because they can't believe that you keep making it through these hoops and loops they keep setting. They can't believe that you keep escaping these traps. And then not only do you escape the trap, but you conquer the trap by standing on it. You stand 10 toes on the trap, all right? And then you move on about your business. Family, you got to look at it like this. If it's one man, all right, against 10 men, maybe they started off hating that man. But if they see that man have heart, if they see that man don't back down, somebody out there group is going to admire that. Why? Because of the confidence that's motivating them. You get what I'm saying? The confidence, the courage, the bravery. Somebody going to respect it. All right. Number 4 is going to be this right here, fam. You are forbidden fruit. Okay. You are forbidden fruit. So we kind of touched on this earlier, y'all, like I said, about the art of war and stuff like that. But we're going to talk about it. This right here is one of the biggest things that I was speaking about, earlier in the video. Tupac and Biggie. Y'all know where I'm going with this. Tupac, Biggie, and Faith Evans, okay? God bless the dead, y'all, but I got to say this. Tupac only seen Faith Evans as attractive as she was because why? You are my enemy's wife. Yeah, go, come on over here. I got you. Come on over here. Yeah, we can do a song. Yeah. You want to come to the hotel with me too, right? Yeah, come on, right? And so what happens is, y'all, is that he know she is forbidden fruit. So this is the art of war now. I'm trying to make Biggie mad. You got a song out called Who Shot You? You out here, basically biting my style. You ain't no Big Papa. Yeah, it's Big Pac. You took my style. So you know what? I'm finna humble you. Yeah. And again, I'm not saying this is right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just showing y'all how this goes. When a person is forbidden fruit and we are in war and you're on the opposition side, yeah, come over here. Yeah, you're going to be attractive for sure because you are forbidden fruit. They know that they're not supposed to be touching you. They know that they're not supposed to have conversation with you. They know that they're not supposed to associate themselves with you, but you are forbidden fruit. And even Eve wanted to take a bite off of the forbidden fruit tree. You get what I'm saying, y'all? So anything forbidden looks attractive. It is what it is, y'all. All the way down to Tupac, Biggie, and Faith Evans. Number 5, y'all, the last thing is going to be this right here. They want what you're carrying, all right? They want what you're carrying. Now, I don't mean to make this like a race thing. Y'all know I got to speak on the facts and the truth. And, this happens to be a part of history. I got to speak on it. But, black women who were slaves back in the day, they were hated so bad, right? But yet they were so used. They were hated so bad, but yet so used. So, for instance, the black women who were slaves, they cooked for the slave master, all right? And the slave master's wives would steal their recipes or want to learn how to cook like them. The black women who were slaves were great. I'm not going to say the real word, y'all, but they were great by the slave masters. Why? Because they were sexualized. They like how, they buttocks looked it. I'm trying to keep it clean, y'all. They like how the buttocks looked it. They like how their breasts looked it. They looked it like, sexualized objects. But I'm a slave, though. Yeah, you want to lay with me, though. All right? Black women who were slaves, they breastfed the slave master's kids. All right. They were very nurturing and very nourishing. And so this brings me to the point again. They want what you're carrying, yet they dislike you, yet they hate you, but yet I'm attractive. You want what I'm carrying. That's why you see me as attractive. You don't even like me, but it's something that you want from me. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm more into your game. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say I'm more into your game. But yeah, your enemies even think you are attractive. But like I said in number 5, y'all, you got to know they want what you are carrying. And that is what makes you attractive in their eyes, all right? But fam, we're going to do a recap and then we'll conclude this video. Number 1, y'all, distance breeds desire. Number 2, the enemy to lovers dynamic. All right. Number 3, your confidence motivates them. Number 4, you are forbidden fruit. And number 5, y'all, they want what you're carrying, okay? With that being said, fam, y'all be sure to get you a Yes Sir t-shirt, Yes Sir hoodie, book a one-on-one session with your boy. You can check out any one of my books. Keep a rich mentality. Peace.